Hello everybody. Today we are reading what is called letter writing. So before learning that what is letter writing, you must know what is the importance of letter writing. Letter writing, I suppose you know what is a letter. A letter, the messages which are delivered on a paper. Okay, so if we want to collaborate with somebody and we are writing it and then after giving our message to any another person, that is called a letter. Fine. So the importance of letter writing is that whenever we need a provident of something, then always the thing should be in a written form. That we know that sometime our verses are not as clear as the paper speaks. So it is always be called that the paper speaks better providential things than a person's words. So that is basically the importance of letter. As we know that these days we are also writing the letters in the digital form, that is called email writing. So if somebody asks you that what is the difference in between letter writing and email writing, there is no more difference in between them except that emails are digital and these letters are written by on the paper. So this is basically the difference in between both. Okay, both are actually the sources of delivering the information or the messages to one person to the another person. So now when we are reading what is letter writing, we must know that there are two types of letters. One is formal letter and the second one is informal letter. So by the name you can understand formal means where you need to show formality and informal means where there is no requirement of any formality. So whenever we are writing any official letter, definitely we need to show some formality over there. That's why the letters which are written for the official purposes, as in your school, as in for any job, as in for the purpose to write an editor for the welfare of society, then after as in to place an order, to complain for an order, to return your orders, to get an enquiry regarding the supplements which you require. Fine. So these things will be included in formal letters. And informal letter means whatever you are writing to your family, to your friends, basically for the friends and families. You must know that informal letters are bit closer to the diary entry topic. Okay, because in that also there is no requirement of any format, and here also when you are writing the body part, there is no requirement of any format. So now let's come to the formal letters format, which is more essential for you because in your board examinations or in your examinations, basically this topic comes. See, here you can see the format. The first two lines are sender's address. So here you can cover 3 lines also. Fine. So in those 3 lines, in the first line you will write the home number, means the house number of the person, and the street. Second line you will write what is the what we can say surrounding, like landmark we can say, but if we don't know the landmark, we will directly put the city and the pin code. So that will be called sender's address, the first lines. Then after you will drop a line, and then after you will write date. Now see, here is a concept. If your handwriting is good enough, so there is no requirement of leaving a line in between, but if there is a question mark of your handwriting, you will be leaving a line in between the sender's address and the date. Then after you will definitely leave a line, and then after you will write the editor, the address. See, here you can see what is written, address of the addressee, means receiver. Okay, so in the very first line you will write the receiver's designation, means his post, the editor. As I told you, this formal letter is a letter to the editor. So if you are writing this same letter into a company for placing an order or for a job or for anything else, you will write the manager. If you are placing the same order, the same letter to your school, you will write the principal. Now here you can see, if you are writing this letter to the collectorate office, fine, for any of the things, as in if the street light has been damaged, or it must be like the roads have been broken. So then you will be writing the letter to the collectorate, and then you will write the collector. The second line will be the place where the person works. First line will be the designation of receiver. Second, the name of his organization where he works. So as I told you, this is the format of the letter to the editor. So the Times of India has been given. Obviously the editor will write the letter in the newspaper, whatever your views are. Then after the city, and then after you will leave a line if you have the handwriting issues. If you don't have, you will directly put subject. So here, make sure that a subject always starts with for or to. Means it is not a complete sentence. Basically it is starting from for or to. See here, as in for placing an order, to convey the message of this thing, ठीक है, for leave or for anything. And if you are not getting, you can write application. See, if you are applying for something, application for the job post of this, fine. Then after the salutation in one word, either for sir or for madam. See, these days we are not putting respected sir or respected madam because of the conflict in between letter and email. As I told you that both are similar, just the form of sending them is different. So that's why, as we know that in emails we are always using dear sir, so these days in formal letters also we are using dear sir or dear madam. Now after that you can see that the body of letter starts. So now here you can see the body of letter has been divided into three parts: introduction, main content and conclusion. Now make it very clear in your mind that it should at least contain 8 lines. 8 lines should be there. It can be more, but at least, like minimum, you can say minimum 8 lines should be covered in a letter. In the introduction, first 2 lines will be covered, at least 2 lines, in which you will write your name and on behalf you are writing, on whose behalf you are writing. Second thing, the introduction of your topic, what is required, okay. Then after second is main content, where you will explain whole the things which is the problem, okay. As in, if you are writing the letter to the editor about the atmosphere, okay, atmosphere getting a problem with this pandemic which is going on, okay, corona. So then you can write in the first introduction, you will write, I am this XYZ person, and on behalf of the humanization, be it like, I am writing this letter to you on the topic of this. Then in main content you will make them understand that what is basically this pandemic, okay. So it is a virus which is creating these problems, but still humans are not helping us, humans of our country are not helping us. So we must take a step, like we must address them, we must try to make them suggest that please sit at your home, try to do whatever you want, okay, fine. Then conclusion, here in conclusion, last 2 lines, at least 2 lines should come into it. You will be explaining that this is my appeal to you, that these thoughts should be please placed on the newspaper. So you will write that thing. Then after thanking you, complimentary close, yours sincerely or your truly or your faithfully, sender's name, and then your designation if you have. If you don't have any designation, you will only put your name. Now see the difference in between sincerely, faithfully, truly, obediently. Then after your that comes sincerely, truly, obediently, faithfully, na. So here obediently we use for those person whom we obey, fine, as in for your schools. Then after sincerely, where you are sincere, as in for the job letters. Third is faithfully, where we do have a faith. So we have a faith on editor that he will definitely post our thoughts on the newspaper. So faithfully. And then truly, where we can trust somebody, okay. So these are the 4 objects for the complementaries clause, which are always introduced accordingly. So here I think you can understand now what is the format of the letter of the formal, one formal letter which has been written to the editor. Now make one thing very clear, that whenever you are writing a formal letter, there is no difference in between the format comes, just the content changes, fine. The sender's address remains same, date remains same, address of addressee remains same, just the first one, the editor, at the place of editor the designation of the receiver will come, and at the Times of India the organization where he works, that will come. Then after the subject, format of subject remains same, dear sir remains same, subject line that focus, the format of putting the body will remain same. Then after complimentary close, I told you thanking you will put, and then after yours sincerely, faithfully, I told you what will be the difference in between these words and the name. Fine. So format will remain same. Now make clear for one thing, that whatever you are putting now, the sender's address, date, date of addressee, to show a better presentation, we are not supposed to use more than 1/3 of our page covering in these steps. Okay, like as in when it comes to vertical, more than 1/3 page should not be covered into this thing. Okay, so I think the format is bit clear now.